And Jose, how happy are you with the training sessions that you had with the team since our game against Wolfsburg on Saturday?
Yeah, I'm very happy because I think we show a very good reaction after our game against Barcelona. Last trainings were so good to prepare in detail the next challenge. And yeah, also bringing some players ready and available for this game against Juventus. So yeah, really happy and really looking forward to the next game.
Great. Dann erweitern wir die Runde um die Journalisten. Vielen Dank fürs zahlreiche Teilnehmen. Bitte die Handzeichen einmal signalisieren, wer denn eine Frage hat. Dann starten wir mit den Fragen seitens der Journalisten. Christian Stüwe, Münchner Merkur.
No, thanks for taking time. I have a question for Coach. We have the news tomorrow that Ena Mumutovic will be out for some time. Can you give us some more details what happened to her? And maybe can you say some words to Mala, who will now probably take over?
Yes, Ena suffered an injury in the ankle last training. So we think that probably she will be out for the next 3-4 weeks, and Mala will take the role on the goal. Yeah.
Weitere Fragen?
Hi, a question for the coach. You had the terrible game against Barcelona and the good game against Wolfsburg. What will be the key for success tomorrow? And what is your main takeaway from the Barcelona game that you don't want to see tomorrow?
Yes, as you said, it was a really disappointing performance against Barcelona. I think we had a very good post-match analysis where we went through the details. We learned it from that game. And we showed a really good reaction against Wolfsburg, even if our second half was not as good as the first one. But at least with the team showed the mindset, the competitiveness, and we got the 3 points. What we need to show is that level of consistency to be the dominant team we want to be, with and without the ball. We need to respect a lot our next opponent, an opponent with a lot of talented players with experience in this competition. But I think we are really well prepared. We also have the experience that what we cannot do in this kind of games. And hopefully tomorrow we can show our best version. Yeah.
Victoria Kunzmann.
Hi, everyone. I also have a question for Jose. At the beginning of the season, I had the impression, and you also mentioned it, that you did a lot of rotation in the squad. And the last games, I had the impression that you maybe found a little bit more your starting 11, also because I think the injuries also gave a little bit the frame of it. So what do you think? Did you found it more the starting 11 the last 2 or 3 games, or how do you prefer to go into the next games?
Yeah, I think you pointed the right question. I think it's more linked with the injuries we had, and so you're more forced to maybe give more continuity to the same 11. It's difficult to speak about what's our 11. We have so many talented players that can be on the pitch and perform at a high level, to be honest. It's also, I know as a coach that when you give continuity and stability to certain players, then it's easier to perform. You get more coordinated, more synchronized, you get the timings, the patterns, they know each other better. But at the same time, the players who get less minutes, they are far and far from the others, and it's not easy to manage in any of the questions before mentioned. So you need to find the balance, go week by week, taking in consideration who is available, who is not, who is the next opponent, different levels of performance. But I don't like to talk about, what's my starting 11, because as I said, we have so many good players, and a lot of them are ready to perform.
Dann Andrea, bitte.
Also a question to the coach. Lena Oberdorf wasn't available lately. How is her health status? And can you also explain, now that you've worked with her closer on the pitch also, what are her strengths and how do you see her in your team, her importance and tactical role, please? Thank you.
Yeah, Obrador is getting better. Fortunately, the last 2 trainings she's getting better and better. The pain in the back is getting better as well. So she got better mobility, and she could today complete the training with the team. So that's really good for us because it gives us more, solutions in the midfield. That the last games we had no many options to serve our sixes, and she's so important. She plays a very important role for us. She's a defensive holding midfielder, but also she can be a box-to-box. She's a playmaker, very important when you build up from the back under pressure to have that players with capacity to feel comfortable being under pressure. So we are working with her on, feeling those moments and getting the right timing in the patterns to play out from the back. And also at the same time, she's a duels winner. She's one of the best in the world winning duels in the defensive phase for our rest defense or counter pressing. She's very important, and yeah, we are working in this direction. But the first objective with her is that she needs to be healthy, she needs to be fit, and then everything else is going to get fine.
Und dann nicht, dass es missverstanden wurde.
Nein, alles gut.
Victoria Kunzmann.
I have one more question for José. How do you decide in which games Pernille Harder will start as a striker, and when will Lea Schuller start as a striker or forward, and how do you see their performance this season so far?
Yeah, this is one of the biggest points always, how to put all our players together, fit them into the system. And it's not so easy, to be honest. It's not so easy. It's one of the biggest points. Because, Lea Schuller is also one of our best strikers as well with P. But when you play, with 2 6s, 1 10, and there is no room for everyone, so then you need to open sometimes the space on the right wing, because she also can fit in that role. So, yeah, for me, it's important that everyone is ready, everyone understands their role into the system, into the team identity. I think P is getting better and better week after week, getting more consistent with the ball, more precise when she plays in the pockets, when she drops. I think she's more a 10 than a number 9, but she can play also that role in the number 9 position because she understands very well the role. And the point is just to try to put all our pieces together and to find the best team as possible to compete. Now at this moment, we think P is important for us in the role of a striker for dynamics like the pressing, the counter pressing, and appearing in the pockets as well at the same time. So, yeah, but this can change because, as I always said, I have different players, different profiles, different skills, and yeah, we need to be flexible with that.
Gibt es weitere Fragen? Falls das... Okay, Archie nochmal, ja.
Hi, just one more. Question to the coach about Juventus. What have you made of them from the analysis that you've done of them so far?
I didn't understand the question. Could you repeat, please?
Sure. The question was, what has your analysis of Juventus shown you about what kind of team they are? Can you just detail what you think their strengths are as a team? Thank you.
They're a team that is comfortable pressing high, even man-man situations. So we need to find a way to play out from this high-intensity pressing. It's also a team that when you go high and you want to, get in contact in the pressing, they are capable to playing behind direct football. So good winning that first, second ball and building that fast attack after that second ball. So even if we want to be aggressive, it's so important to do it with the right timing. Otherwise, then we defending backwards in negative transition that everything gets more complicated. So we need to be so coordinated and with the right timing when we want to press high. Otherwise, then we are in negative transition. And then playing out from the back, also I think is a team that always try to overload the position of our center backs with 2 strikers, 2 10s to always be prepared for those balls in behind of back line. So yeah, it's a team that is experienced with talent and very vertical, direct, and also very strong in set pieces. So we need to be really, really prepared and yeah, all the respect for our opponent because they have so much experience in this competition. So we need to take it very, very, very serious. Yeah.